If you think NBA interviews are just about polite questions and safe answers, this is the part where that idea falls apart. Because some of the wildest moments in basketball history did not happen on the court at all. They happened at the mic, when a reporter got a little too comfortable, asked one question too many, and a player made it very clear the conversation was over. And once that tone gets set, it only gets messier from there. It started with Jimmy Butler, who had absolutely no interest in turning a private locker room moment into public entertainment. A reporter tried to dig into a huddle situation, asking about the players supposedly cursing each other out and wanting the full story behind it. Jimmy barely even let the question land before shutting it down.
Okay, to rephrase, you said you cursed each other out in the huddle. Can you take us through that situation or...
I'm being nosy, man. Next question. That's between me and Bam. Y'all always trying to get in on something.
He made it plain that what happened between him and Bam stayed between him and Bam, and that nobody in the media needed to be inserted into it. And honestly, the way he said it made it sound less like an interview and more like a warning. R.J. Barrett had a similar reaction when a reporter decided to go straight for the doom and gloom angle. The question basically boiled down to this: if the team failed to get out of the first round or couldn't extend the series, how should the season be judged? That was the wrong direction entirely.
If you guys can't get out of this first round or can't get this series to tomorrow, how do you view the season overall?
Why you gotta be so negative? I ain't think about that. We winning tonight. I'm not thinking about that. No, bro.
He was in the middle of competition, focused on the games ahead, and the reporter was already trying to write the ending. That kind of thing does not usually go over well, and in this case it definitely did not. Then came Julius Randle, and this one was a masterclass in refusing to let rumors get treated like facts. The trade deadline buzz had started circling, and a reporter casually brought up that his name was floating around as a possibility. Randle was not about to nod along and play along with something he thought was nonsense. He immediately wanted to know who said it, who reported it, and where it was even coming from.
I mean, the trade deadline is coming up, and amazingly your name has come up as a possibility. I mean, do you think that's just rubbish? I mean,
who reported it?
I mean, it's been out there that the Knicks are open.
Who reported it?
A couple of reported.
You don't know. You just
no, I know it's been out there.
Who reported it?
Do we know?
Good job, Mark. Next question.
No, it's been out there.
Who reported it, Mark?
He kept pressing the point until it was obvious the whole thing was built on weak sourcing and loud speculation. The reporter tried to stay calm, but Randle was already done with the subject. Kobe Bryant never had much patience for sloppy framing either. There was a moment where a reporter tried to twist his words into some suggestion about young players or the energy around the team, and Kobe saw right through it instantly.
Twist your words or read too much into what you said, but being around young players energized you. That's not a statement about maybe you'd like to see some young players on your team?
Wow. You know what? That's a Bikram yoga stretch. You stretched the hell out of it. Good job. Good job. I'm not even going to answer that. That's just silly.
And that was Kobe all over. If a question sounded lazy, he made the reporter feel it. He did not waste time pretending to enjoy the back and forth when he already knew the angle. Rasheed Wallace, on the other hand, did not need a long speech to make his point. During the 2003 playoffs, media narratives were already talking about the Blazers and the pressure on both teams, and someone kept trying to steer the conversation into something bigger than it needed to be. Rasheed answered the same way over and over, repeating that both teams played hard. That was it. The more the reporter tried to drag the topic forward, the more Sheed reduced everything back to one blunt sentence.
Do you think it was a good game? I think both teams played hard.
Both teams play hard. Both teams play hard. Both teams play hard. God bless and good night.
It was the perfect way to say, I'm not giving you the angle you want, without even raising his voice much. Rajon Rondo took a different route entirely. Some reporters think if they keep a camera rolling long enough, a player will eventually break. Rondo's answer was basically that the camera should have been turned off 5 minutes ago.
How many times I'm going to tell you that? What? How many times I'm going to tell you? Do not quit filming me. I'm telling you, quit filming me. Do not film me. I'm not doing an interview right now.
There was no confusion about the message. He did not want the lens in his face, did not want to be followed, and definitely did not want to have to ask twice. Charles Barkley has always been one of the great voices in basketball, but long before he became the fearless talker everybody knows now, he was already fighting with the media in real time. Reporters asked him about criticism from calling radio shows and how people were reacting to his choices, and Barkley just wouldn't play that game.
Favorite folks on the call-in shows have been very vocal in their criticism of you for doing this. You really think I give a flying what the people on the radio call say? Thank you. They say that Magic's not dead yet, and Billy Cunningham's number is retired. So why can't you leave it alone? I really don't give a fuck what they say on the call-in shows. I'm just asking the question. I'm just giving you an answer. I'm just asking the question. I'm not talking about the call-in shows. I'm just asking the question. It's not about the fans. I really don't give a flying. Well, you can't say flying fuck. I really don't give a FF what they think now. So.
That was one of those moments where everybody in the room learned that Chuck was not built for soft questions. And because Charles Barkley never leaves a fight halfway finished, he eventually started dishing it back out with a smile. Draymond Green tried to needle him one day by asking about his suit, and Chuck immediately turned it around on him. He joked about who was asking about him, acted like the whole thing was hilarious.
How much you paid for this suit? Probably about $1,000. It looked like. Hey, okay. Hey, you know what's funny about that? You know who was asking about you the other day? Who's that? Nobody.
That's the thing about Barkley. Even when he's in a mood, he still knows how to land a joke so clean that the room changes energy instantly. Chris Paul is another player who has zero interest in dumb assumptions. One reporter once asked him a question that basically assumed the Clippers would be right back in the same situation later in the series, and Chris couldn't even hide how ridiculous he thought it was.
Chris, will the Clippers be back here Sunday playing a Game 7?
What?
Your feeling about, your level of confidence that you'll be back here again.
What you think? I'm on the team. What you want me to say? Nah, it's over. I mean, that's what you want to hear? Yes. Come on, man. You've been doing this long enough. Seriously, right?
If you can expand upon that.
No, I don't know. Everybody in here laughing for a reason.
He hit back with a look and a tone that said, "Do you hear yourself?" He reminded the reporter that he was on the team. It was one of those moments where the room knows the question is bad before the answer even starts. Giannis Antetokounmpo has a calmer style, but when he gets pushed into a corner, he can turn into a full-on philosopher. After a playoff loss, someone asked him whether he viewed the season as a failure. That question did not sit right with him at all. He turned the whole thing back around with a comparison to life outside basketball, asking whether a person who works all year and doesn't get a promotion should call that year a failure.
You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay, do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success.
It was one of those answers that feels like a lecture and a lesson at the same time. He wasn't just defending the season, he was reframing success itself. DeMarcus Cousins, though, had no desire to philosophize when family came up. Someone tried to drag his brother into a conversation about team struggles and legal trouble, and that was all it took. Boogie exploded, telling the reporter not to bring up his brother again and making it clear that the line had already been crossed.
Real issue. Don't ever mention my brother again. You don't know my brother. Okay, that's good. You say whatever the you want to say about me, but don't mention my family.
The intensity in his voice made it obvious that the interview was done the second that topic was raised. Some subjects are just not negotiable, and Cousins made that painfully clear. Then came Craig Sager, who had an iconic career, an unmistakable presence, and the kind of wardrobe that could start a conversation on sight. Kevin Garnett never missed the chance to have some fun with it. He looked at Sager's outfits like they were offensive pieces of art and made it clear again and again that he thought the suits were outrageous.
Who are you wearing?
That's not Celtic green.
Hey, look, straight up, you can't just grab something from the 1970s and try to bring it back. Retro is a look, okay?
Well, you're trying to bring back the glory of the Celtics. I was bringing back
but as you see, it's working, and that is not.
Eventually, the jokes turned into full-on destruction. Garnett told Craig to take the outfit home and burn it, suits and all, right down to the socks and accessories.
Okay, look, I've never in my life tried to really go at you in your suits and stuff. Tonight, I am stressing to you. You take this outfit home and you burn it. We don't want to see this. I know you don't double back with outfits. I've never seen you in an outfit twice, but you take this right here. I don't care if it's Versace, name brand, I don't care. You take this and you burn it.
It's not any part I can keep?
No, nothing. So when you get done with this, you should be butt-ass naked. This should be burned, okay? In the shoes too, just burn them, okay? They just burn it. Don't ask no questions. Just burn the red socks, which the people can't see at home. Take all this, handkerchief, lime thong, all that, burn it, okay?
It was savage, over the top, and still felt like a weird kind of affection because that was just KG being KG. J.J. Redick, after years of hearing analysts and talking heads complain about today's game, finally got a chance to answer back when the chair was turned around and he was the one doing the interviewing. Stephen A. Smith had spent forever criticizing modern basketball, especially the idea that players complain too much and that the game has become softer. J.J. did not let that slide.
There is a degree, the softening of the game, a lot of it comes from the constant complaining to the officials, the constant whining, the constant selling
Michael Jordan didn't complain to the officials.
Michael
Larry
Jordan,
Bird didn't. Come on, guys.
He wasn't selling
this
calls.
nostalgia that you have for the 80s and 90s, like a great era of basketball. It's awesome. But it's at the dispense of our generation of players, and it has been for the last 15 years. And it's annoying. That's annoying, Stephen.
That is a joke. That is a joke. You got to be crazy. It's an absolute joke.
You know
it's
not
true,
true,
man. It's not true. It's not true. Don't.
NBA players are not just battling opponents on the floor. They're battling injury, pressure, and the fear that everything can vanish in a second. One player can have a career altered instantly. Another can go down on a single awkward landing. That's the side of the sport that sits behind all the arguments, the jokes, the rivalry, and the media noise. The drama is loud, the interviews are unforgettable, and the personalities are bigger than life. But sometimes the most unforgettable part of all is how fragile it can be when the game itself turns dangerous.